Hey guys, it's Scope. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon, the trading card game. In the last episode, I left you off near Imakuni because I said I was going to duel him, but I lied because what I actually want to do is I want to show you guys a few of the cool things in the game. And one of the cool things in the game is the mysterious Pokemon deck, which was in the auto deck machine behind the legendary Pokemon cards, the Grandmaster Hall. And the other four were obviously the legendary deck if you want to use the legendary birds, but this one is particularly enticing because you're like, what's so special about it and why do I have to wait till here to get it? Well, I'll tell you why, but let me tell you in a very special way, and the way is that I actually built the deck. Except I titled it as something a little more fitting. Mysterious Pwnkemon, because we're gonna pwn. Yeah. Anyway, first of all, the cards I had to acquire to get it got me up to 207 while trying to get it. I'll show you how I did that. Let's just go in a little bit of detail here. So this is the Mysterious Pokemon deck. It consists of Psychic and Grass-type Pokemon, but not just any Psychic and Grass-type Pokemon. First of all, the Grass-type is the Bulbasaur evolutionary line. Bulbasaur level 13, Ivysaur level 20. And the Bulbasaur level 13 I only had 2 of, so to get more of those guys, if you don't have enough, you have to get the Evolution Booster Pack, which you can get by fighting... I fought Daniel, which is the guy right next to Murray in the Psychic Club. He'll give you 2 Evolution Booster Packs. So that's what I did there until I got enough Bulbasaur level 13s. Now, Bulbasaur level 13 is boss because he's only 1 retreat cost, only 40 HP, but he has Leech Seed. Unless all damage from this attack is vented, you may remove 1 damage counter from Bulbasaur. So he basically can heal himself. It's really nice. So that's good. So yeah, you gotta have 4 of those, and then 3 Ivysaur level 20s. I already had 4. I'm not sure where you get this one from, but I'm pretty sure it's also the Evolution deck. So this one's pretty cool too, only 1 retreat, costs 60 HP. And he's got quite a few attacks. He's a little expensive, but that's why he's an evolutionary Pokemon. Don't evolve him until you have the shit. So 1 grass and 2 colorless will give you the Vine Whip for 30. And then 3 grass will give you Poison Powder, which will poison the Pokemon, which as we know is Fatal Attraction. So that's good. Next is usually the Venusaur you get from the starter deck, or any Venusaur that you can get from Evolution Booster Pack, or the Mystery Booster Pack, is Venusaur level 67, the one you see here, that has Energy Trance and Solar Beam. Now this Venusaur was alright, but he's not nearly as good as this one, which is Venusaur level 64. Now this card is one of the 2 cards in this game known as Phantom cards, and they're labeled so because they are so hard to get. So here's how you get Phantom cards. From the main menu, there's an option, Continue from Diary, New Game, and then there's Card Pop. Now Card Pop, what you do is, back in the day when you had Game Boy Colors and you had this game, you'd hook it up with a friend in a link cable, you'd both click Card Pop, and what Card Pop does is it gives you each one random card. And you can only Card Pop once with like another friend's cartridge, so that's what made it difficult. Now the Phantom cards, the only way to get these was via Card Pop, and they were very, very rare occurrences to get in Card Pop. So that's why they were so awesome. So the first of this card is Venusaur level 64. He's the first Phantom card. And so what I did is I got another emulator, and I looked up this tutorial. It's really weird. It was crazy, but basically I was able to get Card Pop going, and I just keep like starting new files and doing Card Pop. And eventually I got Venusaur level 64, and I got 2 of him because I just kept doing it until I got 2 of him. So yeah, there you go. You only have 2 of them for this deck. Now the reason this Venusaur level 64 is so much better, he's got 100 HP, 2 retreat cost, but mainly his Pokemon power is really cool, Solar Power. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may use this power, your active Pokemon and the defending Pokemon are no longer asleep. So it removes all status effects, which is good because Confusion blows. The only downside is it heals the opponent too, but usually the opponent won't be afflicted with the status at the same time you are, so it's pretty good. Basically, it's like Thick Skinned. It keeps you free from paralysis because you can use it every turn. Can't be used if he's asleep, confused, or paralyzed. Yeah, but usually when you're using it, Venusaur's on the bench, and you're using it to heal your main Pokemon. Yeah, you can use it if he's poisoned, though. There we go. Anyway, mainly the best thing about him is his attack. It goes well with the theme that Bulbasaur has with Leech Seed, and that is HP recovery. So for 4 Grass Energy, Mega Drain, remove a number of damage counters from Venusaur equal to half the damage done. So if you do 40 damage, you'll get 20 back. And if you have less than 20 damage on you, you gain it all back. But if it counts with weaknesses, so if Pokemon's weak to grass and you do 80 damage, you gain 40 back. it's great. But it also works with resistance too, so if they're resistant and you only do 10 damage, you're not going to recover any. But it's rounded up to the nearest 10, so actually it should round you up to 10 damage, so that's nice. 10 heal. Yeah, and so that's why he's so good, is basically because of the solar power in conjunction with the Mega Drain. Mega Drain is really good in this game. So that's level 64 Venusaur, 2 of him. One of the Phantom cards, hard to get. The other 2 we put in my deck of Grass type is Scyther, level 25. I think you get him from just the regular initial booster pack, because it has a picture of Scyther on it, right? So, yeah, all I know is I already have 3 of these, so I didn't have to look for him. But Scyther level 25, 70 HP on a basic Pokemon, no retreat cost, so it's really good. He's resistant to fighting. And we've fought this guy before. Basically, he has Sword Dance, which will set him up for Slash to do double damage next turn, which is 60. And he's pretty cheap. Oop, I didn't mean to do Pinsir there. There we go. So he's really good. That's all the grass Pokemon in the mysterious Pwnkemon deck. Let's go over the Psychic Pokemon next. We all know and love from my Psychic Paunch deck the amazing powers of Abracadabra Alakazam. So in this one you want to have just up everybody by 1 from my previous deck. 4 Abras, 3 Kadabras, 2 Alakazams, just to make them more easy to come by. Now they work a lot better in this deck than they did in my deck, just because they go well with Damage Swap, works really well with Venusaur's healing abilities and Bulbasaur's. Also works good with a lot of these abilities you're going to be seeing in just a second here, and our trainer cards. The other people we put in my deck was this one right here, Mr. Mime, and he was possibly the hardest one to get, because the card pops didn't take me long. In real life, on a Game Boy cartridge, the card pops would probably take you longest to get the Phantom cards, but this one was hard. So, Mr. Mime. This is the Mr. Mime level 28, the infamous Mr. Mime that gave me so much trouble during the whole LP, and that's because of his amazing ability, Pokemon Power, Invisible Wall. So, I'll just tell you what it does in case you guys don't know. He's only got 40 HP, weak to Psychic, 1 retreat cost, but his power is Invisible Wall, which means any attack that does 30 or more, and that's after applying weakness and resistance, it does not damage him. You prevent that damage, but the effects still come on. So basically, effectively, he cannot be one-hit KO'd no matter what. It's going to take 2 hits to kill him at least. Bottom line, so he is effectively a wall, and if a lot of the times the opponent won't have any move that can do less than 30 damage at the time, so you're invulnerable. And then he's got his attack, Meditate, which does 10 damage plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on the defending Pokemon. It's much like Jinx's Meditate, except powered down because it costs 1 less energy, so that's good. Now, I had to get 2 of these for this deck, and this was probably one of the hardest cards to get just because you have to get it from the Laboratory Booster Pack, and the only real reliable way to get a lot of those is I duel Murray, and he's got a new deck now called the Strange Psyshock deck, which is basically an Abracadabra Alakazam deck paired with a bunch of normal type Pokemon that he will wall you with so that you can't exploit his psychic weakness, while he basically damage swaps from Alakazam onto all his other strong Pokemon like Chansey, Kangaskhan, Eevee, Snorlax, shit like that. So it's hard to beat him, but I did beat him quite a few times. I must have beaten him at least 20 times. And he gives you 2 laboratory booster packs, and you have a very rare chance of getting the Mr. Mime level 28 in those booster packs, so I got 2 of them eventually. It was not without its annoyances. Obviously, I threw Mew level 8 in this deck. He works really well at walling too with his neutralizing shield ability, which basically he can't be hurt by evolved Pokemon. You know how this works. And then of course there is Psyshock, which can paralyze the Pokemon, 1 cost, very effective. And now here is the second Phantom card. It is Mew level 15. This is the Card Pop Mew. He looks very similar to the Devolution Beam Mew, but he's very different. So this Mew level 15, he's got 50 HP and GB, 1 no retreat cost, weak to Psychic, all the usual shit. Except he's got 1 attack, and that's called Mystery Attack. What is Mystery Attack? Does a random amount of damage to the defending Pokemon and may cause a random effect to the defending Pokemon. Now, worst case scenario, you do 10 damage to the defending Pokemon and no status effect. That's still not that terrible for a, like, 2-cost attack, you know? And best case scenario, you could do 120 damage to the Pokemon, or do another random amount, and you could either confuse, paralyze, poison, or put them to sleep. So, it's really boss. It's kind of random, but it's great. It really works great. So anyway, that is the second Phantom card, GB Mew. Got 2 of those. And that is all the monsters in this deck. As you can see, it's one of the most expensive decks because it focuses on the Phantom cards. Now, as for trainer cards, I put Professor Oak in here. Also, I got this card in the Laboratory Booster Pack, I believe, while fighting Murray one time. This is a very rare card, Imposter Professor Oak. This one makes your opponent shuffle his or her hand into his deck and then draw 7 cards. So you can completely fuck up their whole strategy. It's pretty funny. Anyway, the trainer cards we're going to use in this deck is 1 Professor Oak, 2 Bills, and 2 Pokemon Breeders. This is going to be used to evolve Bulbasaur straight to Venusaur if we have him in our hand, or Abra straight to Alakazam if we have him in our hand. Also, 1 energy removal just to make sure the opponent's not building up too good. Those are always nice to have. 2 switches, which will be useful for switching out so we don't have to waste energy on retreats. Pokemon Center, which I don't know if I ever detailed what this does, but you remove damage counters from all of your own Pokemon on them, and then discard all energy cards attached to those Pokemon. So you lose all your energy cards, but you remove damage counters from them. So the reason this is really good is Murray actually uses this in his strange Psyshock deck, and what he'll do is he'll have Alakazam out attacking, and each time Alakazam gets damage, he'll swap it off to another Pokemon in the bench that doesn't have any energy on them, like Chansey or Snorlax or anybody with decent amount of HP. You could throw it on Scyther, you could throw it on Venusaur in this case, Ivysaur, whatever, anybody. And then you use Pokemon Center, and it removes all the damage from all your party members, so you can do damage swap again, put more damage on them. And they didn't have any energy to begin with, so it's no loss. Pokemon Center is essentially free. Okay, and then the other card in our deck is, the other trainer card is, that's it. That is all we need. Very simple, very nice and easy. Bada bing, bada bam. And then 26 energy, 12 of those which will be grass, and 14 of those which will be psychic. And that's it. 60 cards. That is the mysterious Pwnkemon deck. And as you can see, I haven't had a chance to even try it out yet, as I'm still equipped to the Psychic Paunch deck, so bam, let's do it. Mysterious Pwnkemon deck was chosen as the dueling deck. So that's that. Anyways, if you want to go to the auto deck machine itself and build those decks, you have to beat the Grandmasters again. But once you beat them twice, you will have access to that as many times as you want. The auto deck machine for the legendary decks. Or you could just do what I do and just look it up online what cards you need and use it from there. Anyway, we need to go find Imakuni. I don't remember which club he was in, but we're going to try dueling him with this deck. There he is, alright. So let's save here just in case. I did figure out, by the way, there is a battle that you can participate in only if you have all 228 cards. By the way, there's also a few things. After you beat the Grandmasters, the Challenge Cup will randomly start up. And ways to trigger it, if you don't want to do duels, is go into a club, save, and then leave, and go check the Challenge Cup again, and sometimes it'll come up. The Challenge Cup, what it will do after the main storyline is it will give you a, once you beat it, you'll get a random promo card. And certain cards that you can miss if you don't get it the first time are available there, like if you lose to Ronald any of the first 2 times when he gives you promos. Also, that kid that I talked to that wanted all my extra energy cards, you remember how I talked to him and I said no and he left? That kid is actually very important. If you say no to him like I did, you're screwed. You can never get the promo he's going to give you again. He gives you a promo for all those, and that is the promo Slowpoke. However, that promo Slowpoke will show up at the Challenge Cup, so if you're short on promo cards, you know which ones you're missing, Challenge Cup is the best way to do that. Also, if you're missing just cards from booster packs, Imakuni, because he'll give you all 4. The only cards you can't win at the Challenge Cup are the Phantom cards and the Imakuni card, which you have to get from Imakuni. So, we're going to duel him right now. Yes, 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 you want to duel. Okay, so Imakuni, as we know, isn't all that hard. He pretty much self-destructs in his strategy. So, it's not too bad, but we do get a chance to try out our new deck right here. So I am gonna check this Mew. It does have a 1 retreat cost. Okay, so we'll send out Abra first. I was gonna try to build up Abra in the Wakes and just send Mew out to wall stuff first with his neutralizing shield, but oh god, he's only got 1 card. This is gonna be cake. Jeez. Well, unless he goes first. It's and of course he's gonna use Imakuni, which basically just confuses his Pokemon, which is, in my opinion, the most crippling status effect in this game. And he doesn't do damage to himself. Your opponent can't play trainer cards during his or her next turn. Oh no. Well, that sucks because I wanted to use Bill. Oh well. Okay, also can't use Pokemon Breeder, doesn't matter. We'll get Aber going, and let's Psyshock this Psyduck. Psyshock the Psyduck, you know. Maybe we can kill him before he puts a unique Pokemon on the bench. Gambler. Shuffle your hand into your deck, flip a coin. If heads, draw 8 cards. If tails, draw 1 card. Yeah, that's very risky, but he pulled through with it. Imakuni deck, I looked it up, and what they say on the Wikipedia is that basically he actually is a mascot for Pokemon in Japan, and basically his whole theme is he just likes to flip coins and take chances, so he has a bunch of trainer cards that just causes him to flip coins, and a bunch of Pokemon with attacks that cause him to flip coins, and even the Imakuni card itself, it's bad for him because all it does is confuse his Pokemon, but it's just a chance for him to flip a coin. And that's what he likes to do, or something. So, I mean, he can still kill you. He will still try to do damage. But his strategy, first, it's to flip coins 1, and then win number 2. So, I mean, you be the judge, right? I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so let's use Billy Boy here. See what we can get. Bill and Venusaur. If we can draw Bulbasaur now, we can evolve Venusaur. We got Ivysaur, whatever. And I'm paralyzed, so let's just wait this out. You gotta love this, though. Oh yeah, and somebody linked me to a video, and the first time I saw Imakuni, in that video, that episode, and it's actually the commercial in Japan, or like the music video, it's basically the Poke Rap, but with Imakuni, and that's how they did it in Japan. I must admit, pretty boss. And there you go, your Imakuni card screwed you. Okay, so now we got some grass energies. Not much I can do with that right now. Let's just get Mew raring to go. And let's see if we can... Oh no. Parafusion would be nice, especially in this game. Oh my god. You're super screwed if it comes to Parafusion. Whoa. Psyshock. Oh, god damn it. Oh wait, that was... Oh, well he got double heads anyway, I was gonna say. That was a confusion check, we might still be okay, but no. Not quite. Hadabra! Oh, perfect timing. So let's evolve, that gets rid of paralysis or confusion. Evolving always gets rid of status effects. Just a fun little fact. I'm gonna throw this grass energy on Kadabra, just because Super Psy. Still got that reliable little attack. That's mainly what I looked for when I was looking for a post-game deck to kind of show off and just pretty much harass everything terribly with. I was like, okay, you know what, I kind of still want to use a deck that somewhat uses Kadabra. And what better deck to show off than the one that probably gets showed off the least because it uses the Phantom cards, right? You may move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to Slowbro. Well, that's nice and all. Oh, okay, it's a beefed up Psyshock. It just does 20 damage and could paralyze. Oh, wait, that's super effective, isn't it? Yep, Slowbro is Psychic in this game and not Water. That's scary. Okay, let's send out Mew. He can't do anything to Mew. Bulbasaur, finally! Alright, we could use Pokemon Breeder here. Okay, what does it do? Okay, I gotta wait till next turn, because you can't evolve him first turn anyway. Alright, let's do that, and we'll just go with Psyshock. No! It's gonna be double effective, though. And thankfully, he can't do his Psyshock on us, because he's an evolved biatch. Unless he retreats, which would be smart, but no. Could've killed me with Slowpoke, yo. Alright. Venusaur! And bam, now we have a Venusaur. So now Mew also cannot be asleep, confused, paralyzed, or poisoned, so that's great. But now I've also got really not much to do. Except peck away at this guy. When he sends out his Slowpoke, so we might be in trouble. This music reminds me of something from another game. Another handheld of some sorts. I don't remember which. And it's Scyther. Hey, another basic Pokemon. That's nice to see. We need to get some energies going, though, is what we really need. But I guess Mew's getting the job done right now. Might get an energy card from the... Oh, also, a little cheat I Forgot to mention during this LP, but it's still going on, so I can mention now. If you want to see what your prizes are, which this would have been very useful to me when my prize was a Snorlax in that Jack duel, it can become very handy. Since this game takes advantage of the saving mid-duel thing, what you can do is, when you're at a prize part like this, pick a prize, and if it's not a card you want, shut off the game, shut it back on. And what it does is it reloads the last save point, and the save point is before you pick a prize. So it'll take you back to this point in the duel. You can pick a different prize, not one you want, shut it off, turn it back on. You can keep doing that until you've seen every prize, and pick the one you like the most. They won't change. Also, you can use this trick to avoid ever taking damage from confusion. If your Pokemon's confused and you try to do the attack or try to retreat, the coin flip will go, and if it's tails or whatever, and thus meaning you would do damage to yourself or lose your energies and not be able to retreat, turn the game off and turn it back on, and it'll take you to before you did that attack. Now, as you know, the coin flips are predetermined, so the coin is still going to go tails, but you know that it's going to, so instead of attacking or retreating, you just go to done. That way you don't damage yourself and you don't lose energies, because you already know what's going to happen. So, that's one way to handle that. Of course, I'm not going to abuse that. I don't really like cheating, so I very easily could have just cheated to get the Phantom cards, but instead I tried to find a way to do it as legit as I could on an emulator, so... And that's going to do double damage, yeah, that's terrible. The fact that Slowpoke is whatever in this gen is terrible. Alright, let's see what Scyther needs. I mean, I could start working on him for Slash, but I kind of want to do Abra just because he has the ability to paralyze. But so does Mew, and I'm just failing at that, but Abra will go first next turn, and I'll get my attack in, so... It's all good. However, we are pretty tied up here. Imakuni draws a prize, Abra goes in, and it's Mr. Mime. I was waiting on this guy. This guy is a beast. Invisible wall. You gotta love that. Almost wish I had saved my energy now, but... Oh, no paralyzation. Doesn't matter. He's dead. Goodbye, slow bitch. Psychic energy, please? Thank you. Fortunately, Psyduck is water type in this game. Another water psychic dual type that they chose to make water type. Pokemon Flute. Your opponent's discard pile and put on his or her bench. Thank you? 10 damage times the number of heads. Oh no. Thank you. I was just gonna say, please don't get all three. That would be terribly bad luck on my part. Oh hey, it's another Bulbabitch. Alright, and I can evolve from next turn. No, I can also evolve, I forgot. Kadabra into Abra. I didn't even see that I had a Kadabra there. And let's just throw a Psychic on Kadabra. And to use Recover, I'd have to waste a thing. I'm just gonna bank on getting an energy next turn, hopefully. Oh, Fury Swipes. Yes! Damn it. Yes! Only 10 damage, you little bitch. All I need is 1 energy, and I'm gonna Oko you. That works. Actually, before I do that, let me evolve Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur! Because I need me some energy, yo. Dat energy. Ah, that's what I like to see. Okay. What do we got here? Another Bulbasaur? Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. And Super Psy. And if I get Alakazam in here, I can damage swap these off of Kadabra, and then use Pokemon Center to completely heal it. Grass energy. I guess I could start throwing these on Venusaur in case I need him. But Venusaur is very useful on the bench, because if you put him out in front, you can't really use his ability, because if he gets attacked... oh, that's shit. Not good. Not good. He got really lucky with that Leak Slap. He can't do that Leak Slap again, though. I think I'm gonna send in Ivysaur here, actually. Oh, hey, it's the promo Mew. So Ivysaur only needs that much to attack, so that's not so bad. Can I throw Mew on the bench? Yeah. Yeah, we've got a shit ton of grass energy. I even could have sent out Venusaur if I wanted to. I would have had enough energy, but he would just be taking hits in the meantime, and it's just not fun. So So as you know, Farfetch'd can only use Leak Slap once. That's a one-time attack, so until he builds up 3 energy to do his next attack, I can just start building up here until he's ready to die. Imakuni never changes his deck either. I think he always uses the same deck all the time. Alright, let's just go for Poison Powder. Sure, why not? Because that's another guaranteed 10 damage, so it'll do just as much damage as Vine Whip, except he might be forced to switch out or take 10 more damage the turn when it turns to my turn. Is he gonna retreat? Nope. But Farfetch'd must have a high retreat cost or something. Farfetch'd is pretty shit Pokemon. He's really not worth the energy he costs. And Vine Whip. Love Vine Whip. I love the way vines look in this game. So great. Alright, one more attack. And this is, I think, oh no, that's the Slowpoke you get in the evolution. What are you doing? Look at that. Just so he can flip a coin for confusion. Dunsparce. Oh, hey, it's Alakazam. Don't have one. Get Venusaur going. Poison Powder. And he got lucky because Slowpoke isn't water type in this thing either. Man, it's gonna take a whole episode just to duel Imakuni. That's okay. You're so dead, dude. I'm not even gonna bother. Alright guys, and that's duel number 2 with Imakuni now. Like I said, the bare minimum, you want to duel him at least 3 times, because that's the only way to get the Imakuni card if you're going for album completion. Otherwise, you still want to duel him anyway, because he gives you one of every single booster pack. It's great. Alright, so first, a Coliseum booster pack, which we probably won't get anything new from. We've gotten a lot of these. I don't know if we're missing any cards from this. I might be missing that Nidoran. I don't know. And Evolution, this is where you get the Bulbasaur and also Ivysaur. Nidoking, and the good Jinx, that used to be in my other deck. You also get a shit ton of Squirtles in here, I've noticed. Eevee as well. And of course Mystery, which is good for the non-legendary legendary birds. Evolutions, shitty Farfetch'd. Mysterious Fossil if you're into that sort of thing, and some shitty Psychics. And then Laboratory, the good shit. Where you can get really good stuff. Good Magmar, Slowbro, Pokedex, RC. That's actually a really crappy one. Didn't get anything really good in there. Both cards in dance on the rhythm of the secret. Alright, so he is going to leave. Now what I guess we want to do is, our next objective is to pretty much go around talking to anybody, and any cards they want, we're going to want to get, because that's one of the only ways to get promos here, either that or do the Challenge Cup. So now to complete our card set, we're going to want to get the rest of the promos and the rest of the cards we're missing. Let's see, as of right now, we have 208 out of 228, so we're only missing 20 cards. And most of those are probably promos. You can actually check right here. Does it say the ones you have 0 of? I think this is just a list of the cards you have. Oh my god, I have 1,600 cards. I thought there was an album thing. No, I guess not. I was sure. Oh, maybe it's on the PC. Let's check. Card album. There we go. Okay. So you can actually, it separates it by deck, which is great. So as you can see, the promo cards we're missing are some of these ones right here. I think this one is Arcanine. There's a few Pikachus. There's a Surfing and Flying Pikachu you trade from to Ishihara. There's another just regular Pikachu. Here's the Zapdos, the Mewtwo's, the Mews, the Jigglypuffs. We got these from Ronald. This one from Ronald. One of these is the Slowpoke. These PXXs, these are the Phantom cards, Venusaur and Mew. So we're only missing a few here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, and I know one of them is the Pikachu. One's the Slowpoke, Arcanine. There's that Electabuzz that kid wants to trade for. There is Surfing Pikachu, Flying Pikachu. 7. And there's 2 more. I think one of them's like a Parasect or something, and then there's another one you get from a guy that you have to trade like 5 times for. So So we have 11 out of 20 promo cards. Look at this. We've got all the cards from the Laboratory Booster Pack from all those times I dueled frickin' Murray. That's great. Mystery, we're missing 5 cards, it looks like. Nido Queen. What else? Looks like... could be Flareon or something, I don't know. No, I know I have Flareon, though. Raichu, Electrode... just some random ones. You can actually look these up online, see what they are. The C numbers. Evolution. Ooh, we got 48 out of 50. Only missing 2 there. It looks like Beedrill and a Victory Bell. And Coliseum we're actually still missing some from. Wow. That's surprising. So, you know where to get them, and you know who to duel to get certain booster packs, so... that'll help. But anyway, in the next episode, I think what we're going to do is we're going to duel Ronald just for fun. Either that, or I'll check if the challenge hall is going real quick. And if it's not, it is not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go around randomly just trying to trade for promos and playing for booster packs and shit. Pretty much anything I can do off screen I will, because it'll be boring just doing regular duels.